guys, welcome back to our channel. So last video we had was Universal Studios. It has been about a week since we went. We wanted to give you guys our take on spring break at the parks, and also we tried out Disney Genie Plus, so we're going to talk about that a little bit, talk about some tips and tricks that we think work around spring break, and just kind of give you a video on all of that. So what are we starting with?
Cabana Bay.
All right, so the hotel. It was our third time staying. Cabana Bay is really one of the best theme park resorts that we've stayed in. Mm-hmm. It's got fun for the kids. It's got fun for adults. Like there's even, like I think the pool with the lazy river is kind of like the chill pool, it seems like. And then they have another pool with a slide. I don't know if we showed that at all.
We showed the slide, but nothing really surrounding it.
So the one with the slide is kind of where like most of the families and like kids will hang out. Mm-hmm. They've got a bowling alley upstairs that we showed in the intro video like the first day we were there, but we didn't really show inside the bowling alley or anything like that, just that it has one. The diner is really good food. Like for theme park food, it's really good.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
It's delicious.
It wasn't bad.
I love the hotel.
I want to say something about the pool though. The pool with the slide was surrounded by the exterior rooms. So if you're staying in one of those rooms, that pool is going to be closer to you. We were interior, so we had like their lazy river pool and jacuzzi. I think the slide pool had a jacuzzi too. Yeah, it did. So that's a good point though. Yeah, good to mention that. But highly recommend that hotel, especially for families. I want to say we paid $250, $260 a night, somewhere around there. We stayed 7 nights, which is the longest we've stayed for one of those vacations. Usually we do like 5 or 6 days, which is still long, but we did 7. I guess it's not that big of a deal. But we were torn between staying at Disney or staying at Universal. Universal, I will say, is a lot more cost friendly for like families. I think that's
why we ended up staying there. Yeah. If I had, which brings me kind of to our first point, if I had to do it again, I think we would have stayed at Disney for 3 days and then the other 3 days or 4 days at Universal. Yeah. And I'll tell you why kind of when we get into Disney.
Yeah. I did want to say that we were on the 7th floor, which was the highest floor. Top floor. Yeah. And we had a pool view room, and it was so loud at night. And the pool was open until 11 o'clock at night. It opened at 8 in the morning till 11 o'clock at night. But at nighttime, to me, it was very frustrating because we were tired from being at the parks all day. It was very loud.
We're old.
Even being on the top floor, you could hear it like booming up against your window.
This is available for all guests where you can like kind of just text with the front desk and they'll bring you up like whatever you need. But the text feature was really nice because we literally just said, hey, we need towels, hey, we need toilet paper, whatever it was.
And they would text us while we were at the park.
They texted us right back. It would bring it right up, and then they would just like leave it right inside the front door. It was great. They do have house cleaning services, which not like that's the first hotel we've stayed in since COVID that has had house cleaning services, which was great. It's amazing. Great coming back to your room to a clean room.
Yeah, awesome. Fresh towels, trash, beds, everything was done. I really loved that this resort has a Starbucks. So you can get your morning coffee right there instead of getting like cafeteria coffee that just doesn't taste as good.
Starbucks.
I will say that Starbucks, it was weird. They didn't mix your drinks. And we went there quite often, like every day at least. Yeah. And our drinks were never mixed. And it was weird, but it was still Starbucks. But overall, that hotel is amazing. Pillows, blankets, awesome. Beds are comfortable, very spacious. We have a family of 5. All of us fit perfectly. Very nice.
Yeah. All right. So enough of the hotel. Let's move on to Disney, which is where we started. So, the reason why I say I wish we would have stayed on Disney property is because of Disney Genie Plus. So I tried to do research on Genie Plus before we went. I wanted to find out like which rides had the longest wait times, which ones I should book first, yada yada yada. All of that just to say that none of it helped. One nice advantage if you stay on Disney property is you can start Genie Plus the same time everyone else is, which is 7 o'clock on the day that you go to the park. However, you can book individual lightning lanes also starting at 7 o'clock, which comes incredibly handy for things like Rise of the Resistance. So if you do not stay on Disney property, you cannot book a lightning lane or individual lightning lane. Okay, let me just say that, individual lightning lane until the park opens. Another thing that I found confusing before I went until I got there, you kind of figure this out, is with Genie Plus, once you book at 7 o'clock, they have that 120-minute rule, which you cannot book for 120 minutes or until you use your Genie Plus ride that you have. It does not start at 7 o'clock though. If you book at 7 o'clock, that 120-minute rule does not start until the park opens. So we would book at 7 o'clock, park would open at 8:30, and then we couldn't book another lightning lane until 10:30 because it had to be 2 hours after the park opened. Or if we had a lightning lane between 8:30 and 10:30, we could book it after we used that lightning lane. But this is the thing with Genie Plus. It doesn't give you an option to pick what time you want to do your lane. Like if we could pick first thing in the morning, that'd be great, or whatever's available, but it would just say your first lightning lane's at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and unless you start refreshing to try and get a different time, which by refreshing, then everyone else is booking these times, they go quick, you might not get what you want. You pretty much just have to take what they give you. I was not a fan of Genie Plus. I wanted to show a lot more videos of Genie Plus on the camera to kind of show you guys, but I was so frustrated and everything went like kind of so fast. Like you just kind of go on and you have to book it quickly. I wanted to kind of show you guys how it worked. I did the first time that we booked, but it was just so frustrating after that. I would say this. Do I think it's worth it? No. Do I think it's necessary? Yes. So Disney kind of forces your hand with that, because if you don't have it, you're going to be waiting in every single line. Disney has made it a point to make every single line at least an hour long. So if you don't have it, there's that. If you do have it, you're probably only going to use it for 1 or 2 rides other than Magic Kingdom. At Magic Kingdom, we were able to get, I don't remember how many, maybe 4 or 5 different lightning lanes. It was worth it for Magic Kingdom. It was nice we were able to get that many. But it's only because Magic Kingdom has so many rides. Yeah. There's dark rides, there's coasters, there's water rides. I mean, it's got everything. So there's a lot of rides to choose from. So Magic Kingdom, it's worth it. Other Hollywood Studios, Epcot, we didn't go to Animal Kingdom this time, but it's the same thing. Not worth it, but necessary. That's the best way I can put it. Yeah. If you don't want to pay the $15, I don't blame you for one ride that you may use it for Epcot, which is all we got out of it. It's per person. We got one ride out of it at Epcot. We used it for Test Track. I don't think we used it for anything else there. We were able to walk right on Soarin', so we didn't use it for that. And then by the time we could book another pass, Frozen and Remy's was already taken. They were already gone. Then Hollywood Studios, we had a couple lightning lanes for later in the day, but we got so irritated with the day that we ended up leaving. Yeah. So we didn't even get to use our lightning lanes on that day, which we did get 2 good ones. We had Slinky Dog Dash and we had what's that? Aerosmith's roller coaster ride. Rock and Roller Coaster. I was thinking Rip Ride Rocket for some reason. So we had Rock and Roller Coaster too, but we were fed up with everything at that point. So
it's no fast pass, that's for sure.
No, and So the Fast Pass had nice advantages for if you stayed on property too.
Yeah.
You could book 60 days in advance instead of the normal 30 days, which was nice. It was a good benefit. If we went again, we probably would, like I said, split it up and stay at Disney so that we could take advantage of the individual lightning lanes, because those are the ones that everyone wants.
Yeah.
Like Rise of the Resistance, I won't go to Hollywood Studios and not ride that ride. Like it's the best ride that Disney has. So we'd ride that every time. But outside of that, is it worth it staying at Disney? I mean, you're paying for those perks. They have taken a lot of the perks away. Like you have to pay for parking now, which Universal does too. You have to pay at Cabana Bay. I think it was $18 a night for parking there. So it is what it is. I don't like Disney Genie Plus. I don't think Disney cares. I don't think they're changing the system anytime soon. No matter how many people complain about it, it is what it is. The only thing you can do is choose to pay it or just wait in lines all day. That's what Disney has made it now.
And this is coming from Disney fans.
Yeah.
We're not like Disney haters. Like we are loyal Disney fans. We're there like every year. So it really stinks. Really stinks.
It was frustrating. But as far as like tips to try and do stuff at Disney, I would say Magic Kingdom Day, get there early. And if you can be there all day, you'll probably get everything done. Keep in mind, we went on probably one of the busiest weeks of the year, the first spring break week, which we were on spring break, but also Orange County, which is in Orlando, was also on spring break. So one of the busiest weeks of the year. It seemed like every single school in the world had some sort of like cheerleading or lacrosse competition going on.
In our hotel, there was like a softball team. There was a band. There was.
So not every week's gonna be crazy like that, but it was a busy week, and I felt like we had to get the Genie Plus.
Yeah.
I regretted it though for Epcot and Hollywood. I mean, you don't regret it because you still use it for that one ride. So it's like, is $15 a person worth it for that one ride, or are you gonna wait 60 minutes to 90 minutes? I mean, that's your options. I mean, there's not a good option, but that's the only option that you have. It is what it is. Okay, I spoke my piece on Genie Plus.
Did you get that off your shoulders?
Yeah. Moving on to Universal. Huge perk. Staying at a Universal hotel is the early park admission. They don't always have both parks, so you kind of have to check ahead of time on what the park schedule and park hours are. This time, though, both Islands of Adventure and Universal both were participating in early park admission. It's almost always Islands of Adventure. Universal is always kind of hit or miss because they do it for Islands of Adventure for like Hagrid's, and it's only Harry Potter, Hogwarts, or Diagon Alley. It's the Harry Potter worlds, and also Minions at Universal, and then Velocicoaster at Islands of Adventure. So it's not the whole park that's hour, but within that hour, you can do so much.
You can do everything.
By the time the park opens, and you're ready to move on from like Harry Potter Land or Velocicoaster, and you move on to the other rides, there's basically no wait there, and everyone is running to those areas that you just came from.
Right.
Highly recommend it. I would not do Universal or Islands of Adventure any other way besides early park.
Absolutely.
Because we can do the entire park in half a day before the crowds really start to roll in. For some reason, at Universal, it seems like the crowds roll in a little bit later.
Yeah.
Like at Disney, people are waiting outside for the park to open. At Universal, it seems like, and maybe it's because we do early park admission so we don't notice it, but it doesn't seem like it gets really crowded until like 12 o'clock, like around lunchtime. And then it's like every line was really long, but we were done with everything by that point. So we didn't ride the Hulk though. That was pretty much the only ride we didn't ride at Islands of Adventure. I think we had plans to go back, but for some reason, Islands of Adventure closed early that day at 6
think
o'clock.
it was because of St. Patrick's Day.
Maybe it was St. Patrick's Day, so it could have been because of that. There was nothing confirmed on Universal's website why it closed at 6 o'clock. I checked every other day for the entire month of March, and it did not. It closed at like 10 o'clock every day, but for some reason, it closed at 6 o'clock on St. Patrick's Day. So we didn't get to go back. We would have gone back and done Hulk, but we kept looking at the wait times, and it just never went down because it closed early. So we just didn't do the Hulk. But only me and Jaden do that anyways, and we did ride it last time that we were there, so it wasn't that big of a deal, but it is a fun ride.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, if you're staying at Universal, do the early park admission thing. You can do all of Harry Potter first, get it done before the crowds roll in. You got to. There's no other way, honestly.
One other thing to mention about Universal, their premier hotels, and I don't know every name I don't know all their premier hotels. I know Hard Rock is one of them. I believe Sapphire Falls might be another one. They've got 2 or 3 premier hotels. You get Express Pass. You get Universal's Express Pass when you stay at those hotels.
Yep.
I can't even tell you how amazing of a bargain that is. If you have a family of, say, 4, there's 5 of us, but if you have a family of 4, the week of spring break when we went, an Express Pass per day was running about $300 a person.
Yeah.
So that's $1,200 for an Express Pass that you get for staying at the hotel. So that's something to think about. That's a pretty good bargain.
It's amazing.
Even if you're paying an extra couple $100s a night, that $1,200 in savings is huge. I mean, granted, you probably won't pay for the Express Pass if you don't stay at the hotel, so it's not $1,200 that you would normally pay, but the fact that that's a perk for staying there is huge.
It's huge.
Their Express Pass is, I don't know if you're not familiar with their Express Pass is for all their rides.
Yeah.
So when you get the Express Pass, I don't think Velocicoaster is on there yet, but I think pretty much everything else is. So when you get the Express Pass, you can jump the line in all the rides. Now, I think it still is like a wait, so it's not like Disney's Fast Pass where there's only a select number and, so there's no wait essentially when you do the Lightning Lane. But if it's like an hour-long wait for the normal line, Express may be like 10 or 15 minutes. Like it's a lot shorter lines. It's not like directly online. It's subject to availability too, so how many people actually are using the Express Pass and everything. So if it's like a slower day and there's not a lot of people that have Express Pass, then you're not going to be waiting at all. It just depends on the volume and how many people are there. Velocicoaster, so we did kind of do a review on that ride. It was everything that we could have hoped for out of that ride. Me and Jaden were so excited to ride it. It was intense, it was twist, it was flips, it was the line queue was awesome. Like, just that's an experience in and of itself, is just going through that line queue.
We thought about Callie and I and Cohen, we didn't ride the ride. And we thought about just going into the queue just to see the line and then exiting last minute.
Yeah.
But we didn't.
Yep. But no, it's awesome. If you go to Universal, you have to ride it. It's a newer ride too. I want to say it's probably about as new as Remy is at Disney, but the line is really short. It's something that is easily able to get on. I don't think the line rarely ever goes over like 90 minutes. Like, they do a really good job of getting people on and off that ride really quickly. So it's just really cool. Recommend it if you get to go. Absolutely. If you love roller coasters, do it.
Do it.
Do it.
But now we're going to talk about our souvenirs that we got.
Yeah.
We got quite a big haul here, honestly.
One other thing I recommend before we do the souvenirs, Universal has a legacy store that I haven't seen a lot of videos about this, like a lot of other vlogs or anything like that regarding this store, but it is the coolest store. If you're into like the history of Universal Studios and how it started, it has the coolest stuff in there.
All the awesome old rides that are so iconic, like Jaws and Back to the Future and Earthquake and all them.
Yep.
And then all along the edges near the ceiling, they just have a bunch of stuff from pictures of building rides and stuff. It was really cool.
Yep. All right, so souvenirs.
Okay, we will start here with Cohen's wand. He got Dumbledore's Elder Wand. Their wands are $65, and these are interactive in the parks. We will link our video down below of us playing with them, but they make, like, I don't know, birds sing and whatever the spell is that you're doing.
Yeah, it's what I like about it is when you're doing the spell, it has the name of the spell written. Like, it's all on the floor, so like it tells you what movements to do and stuff
so
on the ground.
So you can really like say it too, so you can really feel like a wizard.
It's cool. And they also sell non-interactive wands at Universal. I don't know how much the non-interactive ones are, because who doesn't want one that's interactive, really?
Well, they're cheaper.
They're cheaper, but you can't do the fun.
But
stuff.
Here's the map. Also, these come with the wand.
Also shows you the spells on there.
This is Diagon Alley, and this is Hogsmeade, and it shows you all the spells and where they are, which is really fun.
Yep.
This is Cohen's. It's funny because he went from Voldemort's wand to Dumbledore's wand.
Yeah.
His Voldemort wand didn't work anymore.
It's gone from the dark side to the light side.
This one is Gary's.
We have gone to Universal so many times, and I am always so jealous of the kids' wands. I usually don't get souvenirs for myself, but this trip, I just felt like I really wanted a wand, and so I got Newt Scamander's from Fantastic Beast. And new Fantastic Beast movie comes out. Excited about that. Go watch it. But yeah, it's cool.
Very cool looking wand.
It's fun, yeah. It's got a cool look
I was
to
excited
it.
for Gary that he actually got a wand or a souvenir.
Yeah.
Because he never gets himself anything.
So I'm just a little kid inside.
Okay, up next is this little cup here. We got this at our hotel. It says Cabana Bay on it. These came with our alcoholic beverages by the pool at the Hideaway Bar. The drinks were $15, and you get this, and then you get it refilled for $12.
I think the drinks were $18 and the refills $15.
Excuse me?
Nope, I could be wrong.
I think it was 15.
I think you're right. I think it's
$12.
Yeah, I think that's right. 15 for the drink and then 12 for the refill.
Which I don't really think is a deal, but honestly, the cup is cute.
Yeah.
A really nice souvenir. We got 2 of these.
Oh, one thing we forgot when we were mentioning Cabana Bay, they do have cups similar to Disney. So if you've ever stayed at Disney Hotel, they have like little cups that you can grab and refill. Your free refills the entire stay that you're there. I want to say it's like $18 or something like that for a cup. Universal does the same now. So they have cups that you can buy and you can refill them your entire stay. So for 7 days, an $18 cup with free refills would have been a pretty good deal, which is a good trick if you're going to Disney, like places like Magic Kingdom where it's so busy you don't want to stop to get lunch, which could take an hour or 2 hours of your day. Just pack like a little lunch. They let you bring in food and snacks into the park. Pack like sandwiches or whatever. It's a nice little way to save some time and money while you're there.
Okay, next is this little souvenir Mardi Gras cup. This was also in the video. I got a Pinot Verde. Do you remember how much this was?
No.
We got this at Mardi Gras at one of the booths. It's really cute. It changes color.
Kelly might be right. Might have been $8.
Might have been $8. Don't really know. But that's cute. Something to bring home with you. Miss Callie girl got this ET at the Legacy store, which you can buy this at any store at Universal. It does not have to be the Legacy store.
Yes, it does.
But No, it doesn't.
Legacy store makes it special.
Oh, okay. But this is everywhere. I saw it at our hotel. I saw it in like every store we went into. But it's so cute. And she had to have it the second that she saw it.
His finger lights up red.
This was no, it doesn't. This was $23. $22. Very cute little guy.
Yes, he is.
Next up, we have this adorable hoodie of Callie's. Come on.
I'm trying to get this.
She got this at our hotel room, which you can also get.
I'm trying to zip it.
That you can also get anywhere in the park, but we got ours at Cabana Bay.
Turn around,
Turn
Cal.
around. Hold on. It has this.
Hogwarts crest.
It has all the colors down the sleeve of the different
Yep.
houses, and in the back it says Hogwarts
Alumni.
It's a very nice hoodie. It has this inner thing that
seems
says
so
Hogwarts
comfortable.
Alumni. It's a zipper, and this was $65. And she's obsessed with it. She's been wearing it constantly, and she's so cute. Next up, Cohen bought this. It is a Hogwarts t-shirt. We got this at the Legacy store also. It was $30. Again, you do not have to buy this at the Legacy store. We saw these at our hotel or anywhere in Universal.
Well, did they have the kids ones at our hotel though?
Well, I don't know.
Because
But
that is a kid size.
They're
So
yours.
I don't know if they had the kid size at the hotel. They definitely have the adult ones. So we found that kid one though at the Legacy store.
very cute. 30 buckaroonies.
Yep. And then mine, there's a funny story behind my shirt. If you recall, in our first video of our trip, I said I needed a shirt for Universal, and I bought a shirt that was not that.
That was shown in the video.
If
We'll
you
link it down
remember, yeah, if you remember
It
in
was our
that
check-in
video,
video.
that shirt ended up being too small. So I tried it on, it didn't fit, took it back down to the store in our hotel, and then ended up getting that, which was the other shirt that I liked. So you might have seen, like, if you put two and two together, you're like, hey, he's not wearing that shirt that he got earlier in the trip. That's why I was wearing that one.
It also has this little patch here of the Hogwarts crest, and so does Cohen's Gryffindor shirt. This one was a little more because it was an adult size. It was around $35.
It's 35.
Next up, I bought this at Cabana Bay Resort, a Slytherin spirit jersey for $65. It is so cool. It has the Slytherin crest there. It says Slytherin in the back. I love that it has like this like sporty like stripes on the sleeve, and it's black on the top and green at the bottom. I sported this like all week. It was a little chilly, so I am glad that I bought this, and I knew I was coming home with it. On the first day I saw it and knew it was going to be mine. $65. Last but not least, Cohen bought this little Mickey Mouse. Cohen says it was $23. Do you recall?
I don't remember.
No, it was,
I don't think it was that
20.
much.
Well, he thinks it was around $23. A little Mickey at the World of Disney store at Disney Springs. He is so cute. He's pretty small, but he's adorable, and he loves him. And that was...
Cohen's always loved Mickey, which is really cute.
Yeah, he's always loved Mickey. And those are all the souvenirs that we got on our trip. It was such a blast, and we got a nice little souvenir haul there.
I am interested to know. We love theme parks, so I'm just interested if if you've gone to Disney recently or Universal, what are some like nice tips or tricks that you guys have for the parks, or if maybe you don't live in Orlando or around Florida, some nice parks in your area or theme parks that you guys go to. I love theme parks. I'm always looking for fun parks to go to. So,
but thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you haven't checked out our vacation videos, please check them out. we had a lot of fun making them. It was our first time vlogging. Well, it wasn't our first time vlogging in a theme park, but it was our first time vlogging on a theme park vacation. And we had a lot of fun doing it, and we enjoyed it.
Yep. Yep. So thank you for watching the video. As always, if you like the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon.